Country boundaries are often not given by nature, but instead are man-made and have evolved through centuries of diplomacy and conflict. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that even nowadays there are a lot of border disputes when two or more countries claim the same territory. And I do mean a lot. I can't possibly go over all of them in this short video, but I'll tell you about some of the most interesting ones. Formally, Taiwan holds the most border disputes in the world, since through its constitution, Taiwan still claims the territory of mainland China according to the borders of 1911. It includes parts of Kazakhstan, Russia, India, and more. In practice, however, these disputes are dormant, and Taiwan's government has increasingly downplayed this historical claim. A country with many active border disputes is China. It's not all that surprising when you look at the map of the South China Sea as an example. China's claims are marked in dark red, and they have border disagreements with every country in the area, reaching all the way to Malaysia. Countries are fighting for the ownership of this area because of untapped oil and natural gas reserves beneath and rich fishing areas. Control over the sea also gives an important advantage over maritime trade and restricts military movement. To claim large parts of the sea, China even goes as far as creating new islands where they construct military bases. This has led to a lot of tension with no clear solution in sight. One of the world's most enduring and well-known border disputes is the conflict between Israel and Palestine. It's a very complicated conflict with both sides claiming the same territory. Palestinian territories consist of West Bank and Gaza Strip. West Bank has been under Israeli military occupation since 1967, with some parts being administered by Palestinian National Authority and others by Israel. Gaza Strip is controlled by Hamas, a fundamentalist Islamic organization, and it has been under Israeli blockade since 2006. There are still regular armed clashes taking place with occasional ceasefires. While the Russian government nowadays is creating more and more border disputes such as in Crimea, South Ossetia and Abkhazia, a border dispute older than the others is the one with Japan. The Kuril Islands dispute is a territorial disagreement between Russia and Japan over the ownership of the 4 southernmost islands. They were annexed by the Soviet Union at the end of World War II. They are still under the control of the Russian administration, but are claimed by Japan as part of its northern territories. In 2005, European Parliament called on Russia to return the occupied islands to Japan, and in 2022, Ukraine, following the Russian invasion, also recognized the 4 southernmost Kuril Islands as Japanese territory. Another often talked about border dispute is between Serbia and Kosovo. Kosovo declared its independence in 2008. However, Serbia does not recognize it as an independent country, but instead as an autonomous province. Initially, there were no relations between the two sides. However, in the following years, there has been increased dialogue and cooperation. Internationally, this is a very divisive issue, with 100 out of 193 UN member states recognizing Kosovo as an independent country, while the others are not. Somaliland is a self-governing region on the coast of the Gulf of Aden. It declared independence from Somalia after the overthrow of a military dictator Siad Barre in 1991. Although it is not internationally recognized as an independent country, Somaliland has democratic elections, government institutions, and even its own currency, the Somaliland shilling. It has escaped much of the violence taking place in Somalia and is generally safer than the neighboring countries. However, it is still not advised to visit it. Moving on to the next contested area, let's talk about Western Sahara. With rich fishing grounds, vast phosphate reserves, and potential offshore oil deposits, it is a desirable territory. Western Sahara is claimed by both Morocco and Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, whose government is in exile in Algeria. Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic is a partially recognized country recognized by 41 UN member states and is a full member of the African Union. It currently controls only about a fifth of Western Sahara territory, most of which is controlled by Morocco. A ceasefire has been in effect since 1991, and the UN is holding talks to organize a referendum for independence. What are some other border disputes you know of? Let me know in the comments. And make sure to press the subscribe button to be notified about future videos. Huge thanks to all of the patrons for supporting the channel and choosing the topic of this video. See you all in the next one.